Thank you, Rory. It's the Ron and Fez Show, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Hey, Gary, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, buddies, how you doing today?
Good, man.
Got to give you some good props there. I ain't heard Rory Gallagher in years. That was a first for me. Saw Rory Gallagher the first night I smoked Red Bud.
I got news for you. It's Mooch's Irish influence over the show already, bringing back a little Rory Gallagher, one of the real great guitar players, somewhat forgotten historically. Here is Michael. Michael, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Truck drivers are loving that shit, man. Makes me want to drive fast, makes me feel good. That's some good shit right there, man.
All right, thank you very much. That's what we're here to do, just to make your trucking just a little easier every day. All right, Ron and Fez Show, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. I'm looking over stuff we got to do, Fezzy. It's far too much. We've got Bronx Johnny stopping by today. Lily's going to be doing her gossip. Your big contest is happening.
I'm putting it all on the line against Sam from the O&A show in wrestling trivia, wrestling challenge. Loser is going to end up dressed as Goldust and walking around the block out here on 57th Street in Manhattan, New York.
And then you got to give him 25 free plugs and a 3-hour pilot.
That's not him. That's Z-Man.
Guy Geyerson is also stopping down by, and then we're also going to have a few guests today, including Snoogan's latest client. I did not know that Snoogan's was opening up a musical empire.
Yeah, he's on the scene now. Yeah, he's the new Colonel Parker.
You know who he is, Fezzy? Snoogans is basically that guy that used to be there with the Partridge Family, bobbing his head back and forth.
Reuben Kincaid.
The great Reuben Kincaid.
He's got an ear.
Yeah.
That's Snoogans.
He can pick up on what's happening. Look at the nice food that was dropped off for us today.
That is a beautiful bagel basket from Al and Eve, our buddies Al and Eve, who stopped by the show yesterday.
You know, I think of how many people stop by to watch the show. We don't normally get bagel baskets.
And that's from Zabar's.
No.
That's a nice one.
That's beautiful.
So thanks,
That
Al
was
and
very
Eve.
kind of them. They don't have to do things like that. By the way, I invited them to Polo's wedding, and they turned me down.
Oh, no.
I'm like, hey, if you guys want, we're doing this wedding, and everybody's dressing up like different movie characters, and they're just like, just rather listen to you.
Probably busy that Friday night.
Why?
People are weird. Because this thing's going to be a nightmare. And I've got to see a couple of clips of the mental breakdown that is Polo's movie. And I can't imagine that this night is going to be anything but odd.
It's the Gap world premiere and also Polo and Millie's wedding all the same night, February 22nd at the Hard Rock.
Well, Polo directed this film, but we should point out that this was produced by Christopher from The Sopranos. Because basically it's the same bad movie. What was the name of that one?
Cleaver.
Gap and Cleaver are not all that different.
I still want Cleaver to come out.
Yeah.
I still like that idea.
Now, tomorrow, Fez, you tell me that you've set up that we are going to play the board game that we did last Sunday, but I don't understand how this would work out. We were on the air for 5 hours last Sunday. How would we be able to fit that into one show?
Well, what we've done is it's a highlight package.
Oh God, this sounds awful.
From the message board bowl game we did last Sunday. So it was a lot of fun to do that. It was a blast, and we are going to replay it tomorrow.
As a highlight package?
Yeah, it's going to be great though.
What happens? We're in and out of it the whole time?
Yeah, we'll set some things up, and then we'll rejoin the action.
All right. Who put this together?
This was Mooch and Pepper and a little help from Earl.
I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm nervous about the highlight package. That just sounds awful. It almost sounds like one of those best commercial shows where... Is it going to be like that?
No.
Like is it a clip show?
No, it's not a clip show. There's going to be, we're just going to be setting up where we're at in the game.
You know what? Forget that. Cut off the first half, and then when Anthony shows up, play the whole damn thing. That's the highlight package. Anthony shows up and riffs with us. Throw out the clips here and there.
Okay.
That's a waste of time. That's when it got funny, I think. I don't even remember the first half. The first half, you were pretty nervous, Dave.
Yeah, it was very slow. You know, the first half.
Yeah, the first half was slow.
Football-wise, no, I mean, not just for our show. Football-wise, you know, and then when Anthony showed up, it was like fireworks.
Yeah, it was all wide. And actually, that fourth quarter of the game with both teams, that was Frazier Ali.
Yeah.
That's everything you want.
Yeah, I mean,
So there's your highlight package,
magic.
Fez. Get rid of the early stuff when the game wasn't moving along. Put in the second half when the game was popping.
That's what we'll do.
Here's your highlight. Bing. Done.
And we'll have that for you tomorrow.
By the way, that's all I want to watch of any game from now on. I'm only going to start watching in fourth quarters. So what are we doing this Sunday? What's the party? Are we on the air?
I don't think we're doing a Pro Bowl party or anything.
Oh, come on.
It seems crazy not to go on Sunday night.
With reps from all
our-
the message boards.
That's our time.
It's so true.
That's our time.
Right,
That's where we
really.
fly.
Really enjoy it,
We got some nice Zabar's food that we can already use.
Sunday's great, too, because there's always so much great food there.
Yeah, we have great food. Everybody's sitting around. It's much more relaxed.
And then I get shitloads of leftovers for 2 weeks. So I love the Sundays.
Yeah. Well, you know, I did want to do something. I don't know whether it's time. I don't know if we could do it this Sunday. What do we got, like a six-hour block on Sunday?
Yeah.
I would like to do, Fezzy, a highlight package, as we now do. And it's me and you hosting a night of the podcast where everybody would get 1 hour. And then it'll kind of be like Catch a Rising Star, you know, where, okay, you don't do your normal show. You come up and do a shorter show. But then there's just a bunch of comics, you know, to go old school on you. But we could do that with podcast.
I like that idea.
That sounds really cool. It sounds exciting.
So we could either give them a half hour each or an hour each. Probably half hour is not enough. We could probably give 6 shows. And this is the state of radio as it is right now. A lot of these kids should be on the radio somewhere. Mm-hmm. They should all have gigs by now. But because radio's in the fucking mess that it is, you know, a lot of guys are waiting around on the beach. I mean, could you imagine at one time radio accepted Earl? Earl, could you see 19-year-old Earl trying to walk into a radio station today?
I don't see why not. I was very good as a 19-year-old. And I
You were the receptionist, right?
that was my first real job. Yeah, I was the 20-year-old receptionist.
And you have not gotten past that since. That you peaked as the 20-year-old receptionist. I got a couple of. Here's a clip from Earl back in the old days. Ready? Eddie W. Peace hold. Eddie W. Peace hold. Please hold for Mr. Mooney, please. Please hold.
Oh, you really haven't changed that much.
Scott Mooney, call him 5. Scott Mooney, call him 5. Peace hold.
How many lost calls went into NEW? Just sales, you know, clients trying to get a hold of their account executives that can't get together.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mooney on the air right now. Peace hold.
At least he's cordial.
Oh, polite, yes.
Yeah.
Always polite.
That is true about Earl.
And then he would actually play songs for them. As he always tries to do here.
He would just hum it through a Jew's harp.
Hey, come on, don't be racist.
Just seeing if anyone's interested.
Why don't we just call it a harp from Israel?
Okay.
Instead of what you want. Mr. Mooney, can I take your car now? Peace hold. Hold on for one moment while I connect you. Peace hold for Mr. Mooney. How long did you work that job?
Almost 2 years. I was the receptionist.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
How was he going on that long? Was he also taking calls for Paul Mooney?
Did he actually go like this? As I live and breathe, it's the Rolling Stone. Walking in here to talk to everybody. As I live and breathe, it's each member of the Rolling Stone.
Everyone on hold had to listen about the Black Rock Coalition and how he was going to put it together.
Peace ho for 5 more minutes.
And it sucked because this was the pre-voicemail day, so you had to physically take messages. Oh, it was horrible. Take messages.
You go back a ways, don't you?
Yeah.
You probably had those big fucking plugs that you were plugging in. He's sending a memo by that tube, that air tube thing.
He's like the girl on Mad Men, the new girl who started.
When I started, they had just taken that thing out. That old antiquated system. They put in this weird little.
When you started, Winchester Cathedral was the #1 hit in the country. Avaudio. Peace ho for Mr. Winchester Cathedral. Peace ho. I don't know what it is about the radio business. Always in reception, a minority. Always. I don't care what the format is. I guess that's the way they do their affirmative action.
Sure.
We'll just only put you on the desk. Isn't that a chick's job, working reception? You're the first guy I've ever met who worked reception ever.
It was a bit.
You and David Spade.
It was a bit unusual, but they said, hey, any chance to get your foot in the door, take it. And Muni always called me, he goes, you are the ugliest receptionist in the history of WNEW, which is
the best one he have ever fucked. Hey, John, you're on Fez.
Ronnie Fez. I
Yeah.
got a spy report for you.
Spy report.
Spy report.
Mitt Romney, according to CNN, is about to drop out.
Wow.
Love you, Earl.
Man, John McCain just finds himself with a lot of open distance there.
It's over. He's got it.
Yep, that's
He's
it.
got it.
Wait a minute. Huckabee, my friends. Huckabee.
Come on. That's not realistic.
Peace ho for Mr. Huckabee. Jesus bless you. Please ho. Now, what are the Democrats saying about their convention, Fez?
Well, Howard Dean, he's in charge of the Democratic National Committee. He says that Obama and Hillary have to come together before the convention and come to an agreement on who the nominee is going to be. Like, if things are still the same way, where it's pretty even on delegates, Howard Dean's saying we don't want a brokered convention where it has to be decided there. He goes, it has to be decided before we go to the convention.
I think that's a great idea, too, because we're not a republic, and things should be decided not by the people, but in the back room by Howard Dean and his fucking political cronies.
He's so mistaken, too, because if it had to be decided in the convention, just like the Giants being the Packers, I think everyone would be so excited for that winning candidate that candidate would then go on to win.
Look, this is his way of saying we want Obama to be the VP. Do you honestly think you're going to walk into any back room with the Clinton brothers and Grandma Clinton's going to come out of that as the VP running mate? Fuck no.
There is no way you'll talk her out of giving up this nomination.
And no way you should.
Yeah.
That's the fucking point. I'm running for president. Half the people want me. I'm taking my shot. I don't want to walk in the back and fucking hear about party unity.
No, it would defy everything that they stand for. I mean, it would just make them being, compromising fools. And again, it would create excitement if it had to be settled in the convention.
Earl, I know you love, but this is the beginning of the end for Obama.
Like hell it is. Again, he's right there. I wouldn't take that deal under no circumstances. Play it out and let it be.
What are you going to do when he comes out of there saying, I think I can learn a lot 8 years under Grandma Clinton? Because I bet he tries to spin it into a positive.
I don't think he's going to take the deal. I wouldn't take that deal.
He's going to take the deal, and he's going to be driving a brand new Caddy.
Hey, where did he get that?
From the Clinton brothers' fucking used car lot.
Well, that's odd.
Earl, lock that in. That's what's going to happen. They're going to make a deal with him.
I say...
And he'll run in 2016 when he's 53 years old.
And Earl just said he would make that deal. So breaking news, Earl turns down the vice presidency.
I'm just going to go just the opposite, Fez. I don't think the Clinton brothers can beat John McCain.
Really?
I don't think so. I really, I don't think this at all. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Fez.
Hey, you guys don't understand. At the convention, they're trying to get everyone, they're trying to get them together because if, let's say the Obama people, let's say he doesn't get elected, they're going to vote fucking Republican.
Yeah, Earl's going to vote Republican.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you.
Not Republican. They're going to vote maybe independent. They're going to vote Green Party. They're going to vote some other shit. Just like, okay, what happens if your team doesn't win? Are you going to watch the fucking... Are you going to watch the...
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I do, what happens is everybody gets together. You try to figure out the platform for the party, which the Republicans are doing now, and apparently the Republican Party itself has moved way over to the left, and they've adopted John McCain. Does that frustrate a lot of people on the right? Yes. But it's put up there and it's a vote. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Not you go into a back room, you come out of it, a couple guys smoking cigars. Oh, trust me, Obama, this is going to work out for you in the long run. Some guy fucking patting him on the head. Believe me, the Clintons are going to take good care of you. Earl, you better get a hold of him today. Peace ho for Mr. Obama. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Run of Fez. Dave, we got you, buddy?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
I think the reason they need to broker the deal is because all the polls are showing that Obama would beat McCain or Romney, but Hillary loses to either one of them. So if Hillary's the nominee, Democrats are probably not going to win it.
And why do you think this is pulling together? To protect Obama or to protect Hillary?
To protect a Democrat getting in.
Yeah, and so you think they're going to come out of that back room with the Clintons stepping down?
Oh, not a chance in hell, but I think that's why they want them to. Absolutely, the Clintons won't step down.
There is nobody fucking strong enough in that party to be able to talk the Clintons out of it. Here's Tom. Tom, you're on Run of Fez. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, I just wanted to comment on John McCain, and I haven't heard a whole lot of talk about this yet, but this guy is going to be about 72 years old by the time he would take office.
Yeah, but did you ever see his mom?
Go for that.
Did you see his genetic code, his mom back there? How old was Reagan his second term?
I think he was probably like 68, 69 going into his second term.
You are kidding me.
Yeah,
he always seemed older to me.
Yeah, because I think he was mid-60s when he went in. So
he always seemed older.
Yeah.
He always seemed like almost like the world's oldest man with black shoe polish in his hair.
I thought he was 70. I thought he was 66 going into the first term, 70 going in the second. I could be wrong.
I think that, to me, that seems like it's closer. Because remember he did the joke about age?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
against
know,
Walter Mondale.
You're not going to do that if you're 66. That's not a 66-year-old man's joke. That's somebody in their joke in their 70s. Peace ho for Mr. Mooney.
When I was real ill, I used to get Reagan and Bob Barker confused.
Well, you're an idiot.
Same look. No, just this, as you said, the hair dye thing.
Bob Barker, your hero from Price is Right?
Yeah.
Well, both of them have been spayed and neutered. That's the beauty of it. Can we put together the night of 100 podcasts together this weekend? Could that happen in time?
No, that's gonna...
Why not?
That would need at least a week.
Why?
Well, to make sure everyone's got their 1 hour together. Yeah.
I'm doing 1 hour right now. How hard can it be?
Yeah, I don't think we would be able to get that together in time.
That's the problem with these kids.
Yeah.
That's the problem with these kids. They can't just stand up and improv. Oh, I'm ashamed of you all. Particularly you, Johnny. I'm ashamed of you all. Peace, Hode. I don't have an hour right now. Peace, Hode.
For 1 hour.
Earl, is that you?
He's got a nice voice, though. I think I'd prefer that, to be honest.
Please enjoy your entertainment. NEW, peace, ho. Who's your favorite rock band? Mine is Stray Cats.
I'll just call back.
Vorskin, you're on Run of Fez. Yes, sir. What? Why is this? Why am I in a fucking lag with the phones today?
I don't know what the problem is there. We will check on that. Have Mars check on it, please.
Mars needs women. Mars is the god of war. What was that, 75 when you walk in there, Earl? What year was that?
I walked in 90?
90?
Yeah, 90, 91.
1890.
The phone,
Fresh off after I killed Billy the Kid.
the phone had just been invented.
Earl, come in here. I need you. Mooney. Hello, Mr. Mooney. Here are your messages. No, I'm not going to fucking keep going back to it. You're fucking killing me. Until you get the phones fucking fixed, you're killing me right now. Oh, it's some staff you got over there, Fezzy. What are these after show meetings? You go, all right, everybody come in close. Fuck with Ron on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fuck with Ron!
No,
is that what happens?
That is not the agenda of the meeting.
Could we put Earl back in charge? Because
no, you don't want to put Earl back in charge.
Earl, be honest with me. Who was running things better, you or Fez? An honest opinion.
Fez. Without question.
That's why you don't want to put him back in charge, Ronnie.
What a backbone.
I tried to get it for you, brother. I tried to get you to BP.
I would love the BEP again, but I'm being totally honest. As far as organization, he...
You know what? You're right. As bad as things are now, they were worse under you.
You were really
You were really fucking... You were the worst.
Now,
You're fucking Dinkins. So no matter what's happening out there, here's Bob. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, boys?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan turned 70 years old in February after he took office. He took office in January, turned 70 in February.
All right, so he was turning 74 as he took back his second term.
Yes,
okay.
Big-ass prize closet for you. Yeah, I know. The 66 thing still seems young enough for people. But, 70s, it starts to make them nervous.
Yeah. Especially back then. Now 70s isn't so old.
No.
You know? Think about how many young guys there are. I mean, think about the Bobby...
McCain?
Bobby Coxer. John McCain, that's true.
Ron, you're on Ron and Fez. Ron.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I think the Democrats putting Hillary as their nomination and Obama as VP is a great idea because the second biggest criticism of Obama is his lack of experience.
Yeah, but the way things have gone over the past 20 years, I want a lack of experience. Not only do I want somebody who's never worked in government, I'd rather get somebody who's never even heard of government. I would be happy if we just went by, instead of electing a president, we got a big fucking sack. We threw it over some Filipino, brought him back here and shoved him into the Oval Office and say, you are now in charge. And I honestly think things could run better. I really do believe that. I think we'd be heading places that way.
Well, Hillary's experience let her vote for the war time and time again.
Do you want a podcast?
Yeah.
You want the Dave podcast?
Oh, do I want the podcast?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a podcast.
You're out.
Thank you.
It's good.
That's my dream.
Fezzy, we should set this up as a contest. Your guys against my guys.
Oh, okay. All right, that sounds good.
Loser shaves their head. Well, you're shaving your head next week anyway, right?
I have to shave my head because of my Super Bowl bet with the Z-Man and the Patriots not being able to pull off a perfect season. I mean, how hard is it to go 19-0? And they can't do it.
You would think the easiest thing in the world would be to beat the Giants. The Vikings destroyed the Giants.
Yeah. That was before the Eli Giants.
Look at that curly-headed cake eater, that Colin.
Angus Young.
That is curly-headed cake eater.
He loves cake.
Little Angus Young.
You love that era, don't you?
Yeah.
You know who you would really get along well with?
Who?
Eddie Trunk.
Not so much into the hair metal bands, but I love definitely the 70s.
Who's your favorite hair metal band?
Shit.
GNR?
I mean, does GNR qualify?
Yes, they're a hair metal
band. Well, then
band.
GNR without question.
Earl, would you consider them a hair metal band?
No, not at all. I don't.
Did you ever see what they fucking look like on first album?
Yeah, I mean,
that was hair metal.
Yeah, the video for Welcome to the Jungle, they definitely looked like a hair metal band, but every video after
And
that...
where do they come from?
L.A.
Yeah, the Strip with every other band that was out there.
But they also hated all
and
those
then
bands.
who did they open for their first tour?
They worked with the Crew.
Thank you. They opened for. They didn't work for them. I was at that fucking show. They opened for them.
Right, but they weren't such big fans of even the Crew. They liked Nicky Sixx and his showmanship, but besides that, they didn't like the music or anything.
Oh, God, you remind me of some kid who just got a fucking Kerrang magazine, and you're just sitting there trying to read it out loud to me. I just did a joke just for Earl, nobody else. I try to throw out references that no one will get. And by no one, I mean Fez.
Oh.
How you doing with that existential thing that you're going through yesterday?
Better, I think. Talked to the shrink yesterday.
About what?
About just craziness, about being locked up, what's crazy, what's not crazy.
So you said, where's the Britney line?
Yes, I said, you see Britney Spears. How do you know when you've crossed? I said that. How do you know when you've crossed?
What'd she say?
And she said, "Trust me, I'm not Britney. You know, I'm not."
You're not hurting yourself or others.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, you're not physically hurting yourself. Mentally, of course, you are. But
sure. And then the other part. I mean, that was just at the end.
Let me just say this: you're too much of a pussy to be a cutter. You hate pain too much.
Hate pain, hate blood. Don't want to see that.
Maybe you should start just slapping yourself. Say bad Fez.
I'm a slapper. Bad Fez. No, I don't want to do that either.
Slap your ass.
So and then
slap your balls while you're looking at Mooch.
And then the rest of it was I was just really pissed off when I went in there. Just pissed off.
Why?
At myself. That, same old, and I said, here I sit, saying the same things. You're going to say the same things back to me.
She's fired. You need somebody to know. I mean, you've given it long enough, right?
Almost a year.
And nothing's happened.
Right.
You haven't even made the slightest progress. There's other people out there.
Yeah. I mean, she says I've made progress, but on a day like yesterday, forget it. I don't see any.
Were you feeling bad before your little breakdown on the air?
Yeah, I was.
I got that email I forwarded you that the guy said I should never bring up things of faith on the air because it freaks you out every time.
Oh, I saw that. You sent me that, yeah.
So I don't mean to do that, if that's what it is.
Oh, no, that's not. I mean, because you're not saying anything that I'm not thinking. So, I mean, I question if there's a God, if he's a nice God, so you're not saying anything that's not rushing through my mind at 90 miles per hour.
Well, I don't think of those questions as negative, where you do.
Right, yeah.
You're all upset about them. To me, they're like fun things to talk about. And look at Earl. Even in that game yesterday, there is no God. He's still going to church. That's how strong his faith is.
Yeah, it's a wonderful experience.
He's willing to believe in something that he knows isn't just because, well, I love it.
I like to sing.
I love it there.
You wouldn't you want to go to a place where you sing songs, you're communicating with people, you're talking with people.
Yeah, that's called fucking radio. It's what I do for a living while you sit here locked up waiting for Sunday to happen.
Hear music. Oh, I can go to Madison Square Garden, listen to the best rock bands.
Yeah, but you're not going to get fat black women. Hey, this week I got to hold the tambourine. I got to hold it. Earl, is that you? Maybe. All right, so why can't we do our podcast show on Sunday?
It's just, if we're going to do, Night of 100 podcasts, we have to give people time to get their 1 hours to us.
All right, how many podcasts can we do on the Night of 100 podcasts?
On a Night of 100 podcast, we could do 6.
Okay, that's 94 less than I wanted to do. All right, let's pick them.
Okay.
Who should go in?
I am going to throw out High Society.
Who are they?
That is Pepper Hicks and Bronx Johnny. You know who they are. It's Pepper Hicks and Bronx Johnny.
They have been banned ever since Bronx Johnny got caught banging a mule in one of the elevators during the last gigs. No, I don't know whether they would be up for doing an hour. Maybe they feel like it's beneath them. Maybe they feel like we're 3-hour guys. We got to do it all.
I think they would, I would hope they would welcome another chance.
Yeah.
A pre-recorded chance.
All right, here's Johnny. Johnny, grab this mic over here. I don't want you moving my hat. Move over there. I don't want you touching my hat, Johnny.
Golly.
Look at your guy. He strolls in.
I'm down for an hour, man.
Are you definitely do an hour?
I'll take whatever you give me, man. I'm third world right now, baby.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? He's very jive anymore, isn't he?
I know.
He's not the same Johnny.
What's with the sunglasses?
I'm
There's
feeling
no
good.
humility.
You know,
feeling good or feeling...
Huh? Are you high today?
Nah, not at all. They drug test twice a week at the job. I can't pimp that off.
All right, Timberland.
Feeling good.
All right, so he's in.
En inglés, por favor.
All right, there's Team Fez. You got High Society.
Yep, I'll take them.
I'm going to say, give me some kids from Staten Island who have never been on the air yet. A little show called Best in Show.
Okay.
I've got a buddy of mine in that. He sent me a tape, and I thought they were hysterical. Best in Show. Best in Show.
All right. I will take, as my next choice, next, the Hideout Guys, El Jefe and J-Dubs.
I don't know why I should know that name. There's something about that name I should know.
We've worked with them before.
Now, are they going to be able to do that, or are they on JFK?
They'll be able to do it. I'll make sure.
You can speak for them now.
I will speak for them.
Oh, I didn't see you're the guy that you had coming in here from Outdoors magazine, come walking in here with his sunglasses and fucking camouflage on, ready to throw down.
Weird.
By the way, Hicks should do all this speaking for that group because Johnny's lost it.
Pepper's blowing it. Pepper's blowing it by having this great... He looks like something out of a Beastie Boys video now. He had a mustache and sunglasses.
He's in love. Johnny's in love. And then he knows that Opie wants to make the trade for him.
Yeah, I know.
Which I'm willing to do if Opie also takes Earl. Leave a time bomb behind. That's my motto.
Opie and Bronx Johnny were all buddy-buddy today as Opie was headed out the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Earl, you'll be working for O&A as the receptionist. Peace hold for Mr. Opie and Mr. Anthony. Thank you. Peace hold.
He said he checked my stats, and I was like Dave Kingman. He said I hit a lot of home runs, but I struck out a lot.
I'll take a Kingman any day.
Thanks a lot.
Wait till he sees this fucking 200 hitter he's got with Bronx Johnny, who's got one fucking hook right now. Johnny's good on that show that he does.
Oh, yeah, on High Society.
Yeah.
Well, that's because that's his show. The ego comes out, but then he brings the ego into the Ron Fez program. Unnecessary.
You know what I like about you? You're like one of those rats that sits around and whispers shit in my ear. That makes me annoyed with everybody else.
I have to give you the info.
Yeah.
You could call me, the Robert Duvall character in Godfather. Name's escaping me for some fucking reason, even though I've seen that movie 8 million times.
His name in that movie is RoboCop.
What the? Tom Higgins. I'm Tom Higgins to you, Mr. B.
RoboCop, you're like a brother to me, but this time you're out. All right, my turn?
Yeah, you got to make another pick.
I'm going to go to a guy I don't think we've ever done a podcast before. Give me the Blowhard. The Blowhard.
Okay.
Doing an hour of in-your-face nostalgia.
Interesting.
The Blowhard for an hour. Now, I know he hasn't been feeling 100% lately, but I've always wanted the Blowhard to get his shot.
All right.
That's someone I believe in.
An hour sounds good for him on a night of 100 podcasts. All right, so I have one more pick to make. I'm going to
give me a favor and give me something that's a little interesting.
All right.
Instead of the old fucking favorites.
All right, I'll do this. For my third and final pick, CT and Jiven. CT and Jiven, and that'll complete Team Fez.
What was his name, by the way?
Tom Higgins.
No.
Tom Hagen?
Tom Hagen.
I knew it.
Or RoboCop.
RoboCop.
CT and Jiven.
Yep.
We haven't talked to them in a long time. Good kids.
I'll get an hour out of them, and that'll complete Team Fez for a night of 100 podcasts.
Yours is a little too professional. I'm actually throwing the rookies out there. This is like JV versus varsity, that game every spring. All right, guys. Really, all I want you to do is stay close. Why can't we use the varsity pitcher and then they use the JV pitcher? And then it'll be easier.
Unless you were on the varsity team, then you love that game.
Peace ho for Mr. Opie and Mr. Anthony. Peace ho. My name is Earl.
Did he just pronounce him Opie?
Opie and Anthony. Please hold for Opie and Anthony. My name is Earl. Please hold. I wish Muni was still alive playing records. I'd be there every day away from Ron and Fizz. Here is Fezzy, one of your guys. El Jefe.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, what's up?
Gladly accept.
Oh, okay, you guys are up for Night of 100 podcast. I didn't know if this was beneath you.
Nothing's beneath us. We'll be performing at the Clearwater Tabernacle later on tonight. So we're willing to do anything.
Hey, that is a nice place, by the way. All right, Hefe. Are you going to do it neck style or hideout style?
I think we're going to kick it hideout since that's what we're doing on WJFK. We'll probably kick it old school hideout.
Good. So the next thing is over?
No, not really. I really would still love to do it, but for now, it's on hiatus. And you know how things on hiatus go. We're like John in Cincinnati from Cincinnati.
Gotcha. All right, now that's like you said, John from Cincinnati. I get you 1,000,000%. I'm with you.
Does Eatman get a cut of this money, or do we?
Yeah, Eatman's got to get his thin dime. Everything's got to be a dime to Bobby Yee. I want 1/10 of it all.
Thank you, boys.
All right, peace.
Thanks, Al Jefe.
All right, I noticed CT and Jim didn't go calling to thank you.
No, I've noticed that too. We'll see what happens during a Night of 100 podcast.
Let me tell you about this CT and Jibbin. I love CT, I hate Jibbin. Or just the other way around. I can't remember. I might hate CT and then love Jibbin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jibbin, I believe, used to date somebody in our staff.
Tenacious C.
I just call him fat and skinny.
That doesn't help.
I'm just painting a mental picture.
You know what? I got a joke here and I'm going to drop it. But later I'll tell you during the break and you'll laugh and you'll say, oh my God. Please hold, this is Earl. A proud new member of the Opie and Anthony Show. You're going to be the receptionist for them, Earl. And that means that you're just going to sit in front of the door in a little chair with a fucking plastic baby phone that isn't hooked up to anything.
Just squeezed in next to Poe.
All right, my last hour here, Fez.
Mm-hmm.
I predict this person is going to blow everyone away. You have no idea. Dave has no idea who I'm picking here. Has not only not done anything like this before, this almost seems out of character, but I think it's going to kill. Fred from Brooklyn.
Oh.
The Fred from Brooklyn show.
All right.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited about that.
And you know why? He's an idea man. He's got the right attitude, and he's creative, outside the box type person. Fred from Brooklyn.
Looking forward to that.
So yours to me, Fezzy, looks a little too safe.
Oh.
Mine? Who knows? Maybe there's a hot shot in there.
We'll see what happens. Week from Sunday on a Night of 100 podcast.
Mike, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you should try the Caddy Hour podcast, Melinda and Lilly. They might have a lot to talk about, after the bet payoff.
They would actually be a very good team on the air together.
They were great, yeah. Every time that they've talked to one another, they're fantastic.
No. You know what we've been saying? We need to get Lilly with somebody and get started. Her career started. I like to see her as the sidekick to Fred from Brooklyn. With Earl's receptionist. Please hold for Fred and Lilly. Please hold.
I gotta stay the receptionist. I started. I did that.
That's where you peaked.
I didn't think I peaked there.
All right, hold on. I got to go to another one of my guys here. Here's Blowhard. How are you, buddy?
Thank you, Ronnie. I am so flattered that you'd give me the opportunity to pollute the airwaves. I can't wait.
You're up for this?
I am 100% up for this. I've been waiting for this a long time. Ever since I had that little AM radio tucked under my pillow, listening to Yankee road games in 1965. I love radio, I love XM, and I will not let you down.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Now, what are we going to be talking about? Anything? Or
Yeah, anything you want to talk about. It'll be up to you.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's Night of 100 podcast. And really, seriously, Blowhard, just have fun with it.
Yeah, well, it's always fun. I don't know what a podcast is, but I have
It's just a radio show, but it's potty. It's pottier. Most people have podcasts.
Oh, okay, because I want to go old school, like the studio with the big mic with the call letters on it, and
Yeah, you'll do that. Your show's gonna be in the past.
I want to be the next Arthur Godfrey.
All right, my friend.
Or something like that. Anyway, thank you so much, Ronnie. I'm flattered beyond belief.
All right, talk to you later.
Take care, guys.
See, my guys, they seem like they might be less professional, Fez.
Right.
But they're more excited with it.
They're very honored. I know that.
Yeah. Well, your guys are like, yeah, I'm going to be laying it down, man. I'm going to bust this shit.
That's attitude.
Yeah. I don't need...
That's the Fez attitude that they're bringing into this.
But that attitude is over. That attitude is 93.
They should be called the Drunken Ingrates.
Thank you.
Ron's team seems more humble.
You didn't even get one, stupid, did you?
And sober.
Stupid. You just sit up here next to me. Thanks for just fucking parroting all my ideas.
I just want to tell it like it is.
I like it. And I like that you're not too much in my face. You give me plenty of space.
I gotta let you breathe, mister.
Here's one of your guys. It's Jiven. Hey, Jiven.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Good.
I'm ready to lay this shit down for you, Phil.
No, see, that's
I love the attitude.
That's the problem.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of a spy report going on over here for you, too, buddies.
Sure.
Spy report.
People, they're chopping down trees again over here at CBS.
Really? Who's the latest?
Yes, sir. I got my door closed now, and I'm hiding underneath the desk calling you so I can hopefully try and keep my job over here.
Is there anyone we know out?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, message boards definitely in a little bit should be having this info.
All right.
But Fezzy, thank you so much, man.
All right, brother. I'm glad that you guys see. I didn't know whether you guys would be offended by only doing the hour.
Listen, we got to do what we got to do, and for Fez, anything.
Thank you, Jiven.
Boy, the skateboard crowd loves Fezzy. They're in everybody else's face, but then they're. You're like that movie, Fez, those skateboarders in the 70s. I forget the name of it.
Lords of Dogtown?
Yeah, there you go. Lords of Dogtown. You're like the Lord of Dogtown. All right, talk to you later, man.
See you, buddy. Sue.
All right. Earl, keep an eye on that.
All right.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Run Fez.
How you doing, buddies? I have a spy report.
Great.
Spy report. Spy report.
Giants defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo has turned down the Washington Redskins head coaching job to stay with the Giants.
I didn't even know it was offered to him.
Oh, yeah. That was the big buzz, a huge contract for him. And then the further rumor is that they're going to make him assistant head coach for when Coughlin resigns in 2 or 3 years.
Coughlin ought to walk down. He ain't going to get any better than the Super Bowl.
But, you know, he wants to stick around for 1 or 2 more years. That's totally cool with us now. And then Spagnuolo
now you love him.
Now.
You gave up sports. You know, we even had the tape of you giving up to sports, but I didn't have the fucking heart to do it to you while you were enjoying everything.
Well, he did make me incensed and say crazy things because he was so... But he changed. Coughlin changed this year.
It's nice to see that the Washington Redskins are starting their shopping spree. Their annual shopping spree.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to.
Here's, I know, they do, they rebuild a lot down there. They gotta hope another guy gets killed that they can, you know, try to fire that up and make it magic. Hey, did you guys see that the NFL show on HBO is gone?
Really?
31 years. What was that, Inside the NFL? Is that
it? That's it.
31 years that show ran.
Oh.
And, so I'm just watching the post-Super Bowl show, and they're like, this will be our last show. And I'm like, the season? And then he's like, no, the TV's actually answering me back.
Wow.
31 years and we're done.
That's a shame. I really loved that show.
I don't think I ever did, but I think I've been watching it for 31 years.
I've been watching it forever, and it was a great show on Friday nights. You get your pizza on Friday, tuning to the Inside of the NFL. They would get you the replays, and then you would have the great voice of Harry Callis, you know, calling all the highlights and shit. I thought that was a really well done show. I didn't like necessarily the Costas era, but I love the
old school era with Nick Bonicani and Len Dawson.
I love
where
that.
It was like the driest show ever. Well, what do you think, Nick? Take my word for it, Len. Lock it. They just had nothing. And they ran for 25 years probably, right?
At least. I mean, this Costas era has been on for a few 4 or 5 years, yeah.
I think the problem is, like, now everybody's doing that show. You know what I mean? Like, that show is on 40 times a week somewhere.
Right. Well, if you watch Sunday NFL Countdown, ESPN, it's most similar to Inside the NFL than it is with the other pregame shows.
But even at the same time, though, I mean, even local teams have sports reporters doing that show.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they're all sitting around with tape and bitching up a storm.
But the thing about inside the NFL that I love so much is that they utilized NFL films to the max every week. Like a lot of the stuff shot for Inside the NFL was done by Steve Sable and his crew, and it made for those highlights a lot superior than the highlights you see on SportsCenter.
They had the best clips.
Exactly, that's what I mean. They had the best clips by far
because they were filmed. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because they used NFL League.
So why did they get rid of it? It seems insane because it can't be an expensive show to do. You know,
I don't know, and now I wonder if NFL Films is going to suffer from this. Because they were the team that provided the shit.
NFL Films is not going to suffer at all. All they have is fucking outlets. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, they go out, they sell a team package to everybody, and they have the exclusive deal.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
I know, but I don't know if they would do the week-by-week coverage that they used to do because of basically
they would have
the
to.
NFL.
So that there's highlights for those team packages.
They shoot every goddamn play of every team. Whatever game you're at, NFL Films is shooting. No matter where you go.
Right.
And including the training camps.
But the cool thing about Inside the NFL is then they would use that footage for that week.
Well, if you like the NFL, this actually takes you inside the NFL. Well, it's gone.
That really sucks.
It's done. It's over. Larry, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey guys, it's the Blowhard Show called
Yeah.
Everything Was Better in the 70s.
Blowhart's going to do whatever he wants to do on his podcast. He's not going to call it a podcast. So that'll be the first point.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, gentlemen, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm hearing that the new that Inside the NFL show is going to be moving to the NFL Network, and that's why HBO is no longer going to be carrying it.
So it was actually taken from the HBO network.
Pretty much, and the NFL Network is, trying to get as much eyes on their network so they can get placed all over the place. I know there's issues with a lot of cable systems not carrying it, and that's pretty much what it comes down to.
All right, peace. Here's Keith. Keith, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, yeah, that show is actually owned by NFL Films and produced by them.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that own it, and it's run at HBO's over. But like the last caller said, they're going to move it somewhere else, and I'd venture to say NFL Network will try to use it as further leverage.
Makes sense.
That's why it was a superior show.
Well, now you know. Now you know what the hell's going on out there.
Yeah. But I mean, they're stories, they're like inside looks.
Yes, we know the whole thing. We're all familiar with it. It's like you try to explain Time Magazine to me. Just doesn't make sense. This is not a new thing that you've walked in here with.
Yeah. What I was saying is they're more in depth than the other stuff.
We all understand it.
Okay.
We know every bit of it. Now, here's what hurts me. You won't be able to watch that show with your daughter. That's what I was really hoping for.
Need to point that out.
Dan, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I can't believe that neither one of you picked Crazy Jen for her podcast, man. That's fucked up.
I would use Jen, but she's not doing her podcast anymore.
Yeah, she's at least for now suspended it.
Yeah. So when she wants back in, Fez and I will be fighting over those rights. Whether it's Team Bennington or Team Watley.
I think she has a Team Fez attitude.
Yeah. Mine is Team Bennington. Yours seems to be Teen Watley, where everybody is just... Jacob, you're on Run and Fez.
Any chance O&A may want to use Earl as the janitor?
Earl?
I wouldn't want to be the janitor. Hell no.
I can't wait to get off work to see my baby. Clean the bathrooms, clean them good. You never worked a real job in your life, did you?
I was a stock boy in high school. That was about it. I was a stock boy in a, at the local store, and then I was stock boy at a baby toys warehouse, just loading stuff up.
Well, babies' kids.
No, babies.
Earl, your schedule's got me all screwed up here today.
I know. I was trying to work that out, but it's just happened. Literally.
I know, but what are we going to do about it? I got fucking I got Planes stacking up now. Stacking up. I'll tell you the first thing, Guy Geyerson's out. I'm going to tell you that right away.
Come on.
I can't help it.
This was a...
Let Guy know.
All right, I'll call him. He's going to be very upset.
I got planes stacked up all over right now. All right, should I break here, Earl?
Yes, we should go to a break here.
All right. Ron and Fez.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202.
It's the Ron and Fez Show. Ron Bennington, Fez Watley. I don't know exactly what happened. I went back and had a smoke. Lilly, well, I guess she's busy waiting for Jimmy right now. But Lilly told me that Earl had somewhat of a meltdown in front of somebody from CBS TV.
Yeah, because, of course, Johnny Fairplay is going to be here today to administer the Wrestling Trivia Challenge.
Uh-huh.
And also, tonight on CBS, it's the premiere of Survivor Micronesia Fans versus Favorites.
All right, so what was Earl doing?
Well, I went out there, and the lady from CBS who came with Johnny Fairplay, I go out there, and Earl has his hands in his face, and just, I mean, not even making words, trying to talk to this woman.
So then I saw him also in front of them start to yell at Lilly.
Well, I had a brain lock. That was...
What do you mean a brain lock?
I was just trying to make... I had all this information in my head, and I had a brain
What
lock
information?
about Survivor, and I just completely had a brain lock about that. And that was me. I just froze up for that one.
The same thing that Fez just read off in a second.
Yes. But I just...
This is what's going to keep Obama from being president, Earl, because the information comes fast and furious. You got to get it out there.
I know. It was just... It happened. It just was a moment where...
What happened? I walked around the corner, and you're with the woman from CBS television, and basically... not even talking to her. She was just staring at him. And he had his hands in his face.
Because she tried to tell you what time the show was on? That's what freaked you?
No, I had the information. I just had a brain lock.
But in front of someone. And then you turn around and start to yell at Lilly for saying, I go, what's going on? And Lilly goes, he's not talking. He's just staring at her. So then Earl starts going, you know what? I've had it with you, Lilly.
Yeah, because she's been like, you never had that person. Remember when you were a kid when someone would take a piece of paper and try to rub it in your, like.
No. Why would someone rub paper in my ear?
Just being annoying.
That doesn't happen with human beings.
Happens in the Viet Cong.
She's been just like.
Were you
nagging me all day, and I just had enough of it.
Earl, as you were in an adult business meeting, and you put your hands over your face like you disappeared, so you didn't have to hear what she wanted to push with her program.
Can't see me.
Earl, you realize this is the biggest reality program in history, right?
Yes.
And this is like a real big one for them.
This could be the biggest season yet, where they bring back the favorites like Johnny Fairplay. And it starts tonight, 8 o'clock on CBS.
So you can imagine they would like the information done correctly. And they're sending people out to go make sure all the plugs get done correctly. And as they're talking to the producer of the show, he tries to hide in plain sight in front of them.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever walked up on. And the poor Melissa from CBS.
That's terrible.
And then screams, and all of us had to shush him. I had to shush him in front of people.
Just let him go crazy. Let him go crazy.
That.
So, like,
I'm sorry,
later,
she earned that.
What's that?
She earned that because she's just been annoying to me all day, and I just let it go. I couldn't let it go anymore.
But you don't scream in front of people.
Sometimes that's what you just have to do just to get your point across.
So they see you go from not talking, not responding, frozen, to in a fit of rage.
Silence and rage. The Earl Douglas story, as always.
Earl doesn't like when people tell him how to do his job because he doesn't know how to do it.
Wait, whoa, wait a minute. I know how to do the job.
Then
why are you calling him? I'm like, I'm holding the phone, making the phone call. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. What do you think I'm going to do?
Earl, the CBS people are still here. Why are you screaming like this? Now, Fez had to pull you out. So how do you know how to do your job?
I had to physically remove him because he had just stopped all human functions.
I didn't have the information in front of me, and I just had a brain lock for that moment.
She was giving you the information. She didn't expect you to know it.
And no one was asking you to memorize the CBS fall lineup. It's Survivor Micronesia, fans versus favorites.
Micronesia, that sounds really small.
Oh, it's a tiny island.
Micro.
Oh, Earl.
Oh, Earl. Today's your last day. Peace hold. Peace hold. He just stares at her. He puts her on hold, but in real life, I just stares at her. Lily, were you embarrassed of him?
I was telling him, I was like, shh, Earl, please, not in front of guests.
But when he was locked up like that, were you just like, I can't believe I work here?
I'm looking at him, and he's like...
Waiting for the next nag to come. Thinking of the next nag.
No, Earl, you were talking to, somebody from
You're
CBS.
thinking of the next nag. That's what you were doing.
No, Earl, I was just embarrassed for you, is all.
When you calling? When you did that to me? No shit!
I'm sorry,
What do you think
if
I'm going to do?
our guest is late,
I'm
I'm
walking out there
wondering
by
where
my
he is,
just to
Earl.
stare at the wall?
Earl, you told me Jimmy Breslin was going to be here at 12:45. Now, I got Johnny Fairplay waiting, Fez waiting for Jimmy Breslin.
Yes, I got a phone call from his rep saying, we're running a few minutes late, but we should be here by 1 o'clock.
Now,
it's 1:11.
And how did that phone call go?
No, it went like this.
This is Earl. Peace hold. Peace hold.
I'm on hold. Hold on. Just a second.
Dr. Death, you're on Fez.
Hey, man. I'm a forensic psychologist, and I deal with murderers and rapists and child molesters every day, and Earl scares the shit out of me.
What do you think Earl's bound to do? Either kill somebody, rape someone, or molest a child? If you had to guess with his personality.
If I had to guess, I would be afraid of Earl just snapping and killing somebody.
So you think he's going killing. Fez, where do you think he's going to end up?
I think it's definitely molest a child. I think that's where his power is.
Dave?
I'm going to go midway. I think rape. And specifically of Lily.
Yeah.
Specifically of her.
I think he's going to kill a child, then molest it, and rape it.
Wow. Trifecta, Earl.
Yeah. Earl, what do you think you're going to do?
All with his socks on, by the way.
None of the above.
None of the above?
I will not be killing, molesting, or raping anyone.
But you do snap, Earl. You do see that, right?
You almost raped Lily. You were so upset. You came close to raping her.
Thank goodness there were no children here today.
No, I mean, I let, specifically with her, I let a lot of shit go. I just let it go.
I can tell.
I just let it go, and then it
Earl,
just...
she didn't do anything crazy. You did.
No, but she keeps stating things that I'm already doing. It's like, why are you calling him? And I'm holding the phone.
You didn't like when I said, why would you break if the guest isn't even here? You didn't like that.
That is true. And I asked you, should I break? And you said yes. And it's totally fucked this up. I should have brought Johnny in, did a pre-thing with him, brought Breslin on, and then back to Johnny and we do the contest.
Because I was basing that on the first phone call that I got. They said, we're going to be closer to 1 o'clock. It was like 3 minutes to 1 o'clock.
Have you been on the air with them? I've been on the phones with them lately.
Yes. When we took the break, I made the phone call to them back saying, okay, is everything cool? And they said, we were leaving.
Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez. This is Scott in Wisconsin. Hey, time to get rid of Earl. I'm sick of the crap. Give my boy Johnny.
Richie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, you're all wrong, because you know what? Earl's not even a man. He's like a child who never grew up. He takes no responsibility or anything. He'll never have a woman. I mean, you guys keep him there as a spoof, I guess. Because
no, you know what? You'll say one day Earl's going to shock you all and snap and molest a child. Or kill it. Right, Earl?
I will not be killing anyone.
If you had to molest a child, boy or girl?
I'm not going to molest anyone.
If you had to.
I'm not. No, I don't.
If God got in your ear and said, I want you to do this.
You would never tell me to do that. I can't even say that word. Molest.
0.2 seconds later.
He can't say it because it sexually excites him. Todd, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, buddy, it's 287-253.
Yeah.
I think Earl's going to be a homicidal cannibal, but he has to cut him into small pieces to eat the victim.
That's why I went with child. They're smaller.
Eat their tiny little toes.
Toe Skittles.
Breslin? You get me updates to that, Earl?
Well, I'm fighting off these accusations of being a molester, but I'll be on it. I'm on it.
Thank you.
Is that what you were trying to mumble to the lady from CBS? Oh, yes. All right.
That had to be the most embarrassing moment of your lives.
I
was
so glad I missed
humiliated.
Fez's face was priceless because he was looking at him like, oh my God.
And I'm sure I was bright red.
Yeah.
Because I can't hide emotion.
There's nothing
or
more
embarrassment.
Nothing more pathetic than a 37-year-old man going to a girl, leave me alone! You're like, you're way too old for that.
Earl, you
Earl,
wouldn't
what did you say to him, Lily, to get him so upset?
No, because
You
you
said
came
to me,
over. Yeah,
I go,
you
what
came
was
over.
Earl
You're like,
doing?
what's Earl saying? And I said, he's saying nothing. That's
He's
what
just standing there.
Yeah, and then he comes over. You know what? I've just about had it with you. I'm like, Earl, we were just saying you are awful.
Nag.
Not nagging. It's
Earl,
the truth, Earl.
Does Lily drive you crazy? Sometimes you wish she was 5 years old so you can molest her.
Today she's just been driving me absolutely nuts because she keeps stating things that I'm like in the process of thinking, when are you going to call me? When are you going to put that up? I'm like, shut up already.
Is she everything that you hate about white people?
Some things, yeah.
Thank you.
He just admitted hating white people.
Adam, you're on Run and Fez.
I got 2 words for the reason why Earl's acting this way.
Yeah.
Obama and PCP.
Look up there right now, Fezzy. You can see little Reagan is dropping out or just suspending his campaign.
Yeah, they try to use that term now, suspending the campaign. Like, you know what? Maybe that last week in October I'll jump back in this thing. And really take it all the way to the White House.
I think he thought because he looked like Reagan, he was Reagan. Ladies and gentlemen, look how much I look like Reagan. I hope I can count on your vote.
My B movie star good looks.
Dave, you're on Run and Fez.
Yeah, I want to defend Earl.
Let's
Earl
bring
won't
Johnny
kill or hurt
Fairplay in.
anyone because that takes effort and brains, which he has neither
Yeah,
of.
just bring Johnny in. This is a nightmare for me. Earl. Johnny, come on in, brother.
Johnny,
he's always a professional with us. Good to see you, man.
Johnny Fairplay tonight.
It's the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie. Fezzy. The Ron and Fez show. XM 202.
Peace ho for 5 more minutes.
It's the Ron and Fez show on a Thursday and getting ready for the Wrestling Trivia Challenge.
Oh, that Mooch is producing, isn't he?
He is.
He's grabbing stuff. By the way, Johnny Fairplay's back in this. He's going to be hosting this. So Jimmy Breslin was in here, who is one of the really great old-time New York columnists, writers, and it's basically like meeting Damon Runyon for him to come in. And he was just very cranky the way you want him to be. And what did he say to you, Johnny?
He walks out and he goes, hey, you're a freak fuck. That's great. I go, wow, you sound like my mom. And he goes, oh, fuck. He loved it.
That's just fantastic, man.
Oh, my God. I feel like I've met the president.
Well, yeah, he is such a character. He's been around for a long time. Can you imagine, like, fucking Son of Sam was sending him letters?
How bizarre and scary. I mean, he loved it.
Yeah.
You know, but to get, this guy's out killing people, couples, and he's sending you mail.
Shut up, you freak fuck. Look at you.
It's like getting a phone call from Roddy Piper.
Yeah, really.
Same deal. Roddy called me after we had Piper. And he goes, hey brother, I heard you named your daughter after me. Is that true? I was like, yeah, we were gonna name her Flair Fairplay. It just sounded stupid. And he goes, that's the nicest thing anyone said about me in a while. I'm like, what?
All right, let's get this started. Fezzy, you claim that you know more wrestling trivia than anybody.
And then anyone, especially. I am the XM202 virus wrestling expert.
Well, Sam, you disagree. You had no life as a child, right?
No, I still have no life to this day.
And you sit around watching wrestling tapes.
All the time.
Johnny, you were the same way as a kid? You focused on wrestling very heavily?
Absolutely. I would in like the 80s boom, I was averaging about 16 hours a week.
But the difference was you still slept with women. Where these two, no interest whatsoever.
Exactly. We stuck with the wrestling, Ron.
Well, I have a question. Sam, how many times have you been invited to Bobby Heenan's Christmas party?
I have yet to be invited to Bobby Heenan's Christmas party.
Fez?
Really? I've been to 3.
Point Fez.
Have you ever been on a wrestling cruise?
No, I've never been on a
Fez?
Yes, I was on a Bruise cruise with Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, and Jerry Briscoe.
Really, how old are you? That these things... You do anything since the 70s?
I've done stuff.
All right, so what are the rules here?
Each question is worth 1 point. If the person is incorrect, the other contestant gets to steal the point, and the first person to 10 wins.
Should I go smoke during this hideous
No, you're going to want to
train wreck?
see this.
I don't really want to.
It's going to be great.
Well, how about this? We'll try with the practice question just to show you how hardcore we're going with this. And I'd like to say that the questions were provided by ProWrestling.net, the newest wrestling website. They do their official launch on Monday. So ProWrestling.net.
Oh, nice. All right.
I bring out the big
This
guns.
is exclusive.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
So the first practice question, and I'll start with Fez.
Okay.
Okay. What WWF legend went on the Arsenio Hall show and claimed he would become the first black WWF champion?
I would say that's Junkyard Dog.
Incorrect. Sam to steal.
I will say Coco Beware. I didn't know we were doing Arsenio Hall trivia.
The answer is the African Dream, Akeem. And Arsenio did not find the humor in him saying that.
Yeah.
I guess not.
And we would have accepted one-man gang.
Thank goodness.
All right, let's get this thing started. Well, this could take a long time.
Yeah.
You both stink.
I didn't care for the practice question.
So, well, that was a hard one. We're starting off easier to harder. So,
Okay.
we're going to have a coin flip. So, who's going to call it?
Sam can call
Sam's
it.
the visitor.
Ladies first.
Oh. Ready?
Heads.
Tails.
All right, I'll take the first question.
All right. Fez, for 1 point. Name the popular wrestler who replaced an injured Chris Candido and defeated Lance Storm at ECW's first pay-per-view, Barely Legal.
Replace Chris Candido. I'm going to say Tommy Dreamer.
That's easy.
Sam to steal.
It's Rob Van Dam.
Are these the practice questions?
You know, I'm not understanding the correct and incorrect. What is correct?
Correct is...
And incorrect? Okay.
Clever.
Now I got it. Yeah. It's very witty.
See, Pitsy's my man.
Yeah, Pitsy's your guy.
Okay, question number 2. So does this go to Sam?
Now it goes to Sam.
Okay, here we go.
jeez.
What was Barry Windham's nickname when he returned to the WWF as a singles wrestler following his stint in the U.S. Express tag team?
Was this the Widowmaker?
Sam's
Did you know that one, Fez?
That one I knew.
Oh,
So did
I should have lost the coin toss.
What's that, Dave?
This looks tough. Sam's up 2-0.
2-0.
Flying start.
wow. I wish the Midnight Rider was here to help Fez.
He's
Come
gonna
on,
need it.
Benny.
Question number 3. Which one of the following celebrities did not appear at WrestleMania 2? Ricky Schroeder, Ray Charles, Emmanuel Lewis, Clara Where's the Beef Peller, Susan St. James, Dick Butkus, or Joan Rivers?
Wow. I am going to say Ricky Schroeder.
I will say Ray Charles.
Oh.
The correct answer was Emmanuel Lewis. Webster was not at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. I would have thought for sure someone carried him in like Michael Jackson.
I thought we all knew he wasn't there.
Know that.
Question number 4. Whose is this?
This is Sam.
Okay. What was the Ultimate Warrior's name when he wrestled in World Class Championship Wrestling prior to his WWF debut?
The Dingo Warrior.
He's getting wrestling questions. I'm getting celebrity questions.
I find having to say the term the Dingo Warrior the most embarrassing thing any young man could say.
How could you forget it, though?
Good point.
3-zip?
The Dingo Warrior could have been
Sam.
He could have been the greatest gay porn star ever.
No kidding.
Sure.
You're down 3 points here, Fez.
Pivotal point.
Fez dust is what I'll call him.
Pitsy put the questions in order. So,
okay.
I'll hear that later.
Yeah, but I think we might be looking at a trade. All right, here we go. Whose is this?
Fez.
Okay. Which wrestler jumped from WWF and debuted on the first Monday Nitro?
Jumped from the WWF and debuted on the first Monday Nitro. I'll say Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh.
Damn!
Damn!
I thought you watched wrestling.
I watch wrestling.
That was Lex Luger.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the fucking latest Threes Company.
I know Threes
stink.
Company.
4-0 Sam Roberts.
Woo! I'd like to just call this. This is
Yeah,
just,
you want
I'm
to-
not out of it yet.
He's bleeding.
Is this slaughter rule?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's Sam's question.
Yes, it is. It's my game.
Wow. Which two wrestlers fought for the WCW title that Ric Flair vacated when he left the company and signed with the WWF?
I will say Sting and
Sting.
Barry Windham.
Damn!
It's yours to steal.
Come on.
I'm going to say Barry Windham and Lex Luger.
Comeback kid.
Yeah.
Comeback kid.
There you go.
Oh my god, I love this. Is great. This is why I'm here.
Luger
Right here.
managed by Harley Race. And if you want to give an extra.
I went to a WCW match at the Greensboro Coliseum, the next tapings they had there, and Doug Dillinger's there, and you know, outside the parking lot, and like we're waiting for the wrestlers to leave. He's like, "Hey, everyone's gone. What are you guys waiting for?" And I'm like, "For Ric Flair to bring the belt back." And he goes, "We all are, kids. We all are." So, okay, next question
For Fez.
For Fez. Who wrestled as the Executioner and was pinned by Tito Santana in the opening match at the first WrestleMania?
As the Executioner. Iron Mike Sharp?
Damn!
For a brief moment, we had Camelot.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 1. I will say the only Executioner that I know, and Terry Bam Bam Gordy.
Damn!
He was the Executioner,
he
but
did wrestle.
but the first WrestleMania was Playboy Buddy Rose,
Oh.
who
Playboy
showed up
Buddy Rose.
who showed up last minute, put on a hood, and actually put tape over the Buddy Rose on his shoes.
That's all he had. Just tape that up and we're ready to go.
Tape it over, we're ready.
It's only WrestleMania.
Yep, right.
Score remains 4-1. Sam in control. With his question.
Yeah, we understand that.
No.
Who was the infamous heel referee who pinned Davey Boy Smith in a 6-man tag match at WrestleMania 3?
Danny Davis.
5-1.
Yeah,
I know all of Sam's.
Honestly,
He's like Obama. He is like Obama right now.
I think he should have said dastardly Danny Davis, but I'll give you credit.
I think it was dangerous.
Okay, whatever. I'm trying to help you, Pez. Okay, next question.
For Fez.
Where was the first Monday Nitro event held?
The first Monday Nitro event was held in Orlando, Florida.
Damn!
Well, Fez, the first Monday Nitro was actually held in the Mall of America.
And what city would that be in?
What city is the Mall of America? Now we're doing mall trivia?
Well, no, I have here the Mall of America in.
That's that should be 2 points then. That's a two-parter.
It's not a two. Finish your answer.
I'll guess the Mall of America is in St. Louis. What do I know where the Mall of America is?
I can steal that back.
Minneapolis.
Minnesota.
Actually, Bloomington.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
I was in Minneapolis.
Bloomington, Minnesota.
So we giving it to him for Mall of America?
No.
Yeah, come on. I think.
Oh, I say no.
That's
They can't do Mall of America.
Mall of America.
All right, fine.
Ronnie, I think
I'll leave it to Lily, and I'll stay out of it because I.
Give him the point.
Yes,
Really, Lily.
Creative team.
By the way, she looks fantastic today.
Yeah, she
Right?
does.
The sweater, the hair.
I've never seen her before. She's hot.
Yeah, she is hot.
Like, I want to work out, a little three-way dance.
Yes,
you know.
well, right now Ann has her,
I
but
know.
when he's done.
Yeah.
6-1, Sam.
Oh, this is ugly. Okay, Sam's question. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Jesus.
Sorry. What name did Eric Koulis use in his only ECW appearance when he was grotesquely bladed by New Jack?
Mass transit.
Fuck. That's what you got in that one?
I actually knew that one. He was
Yeah,
the 17-year-old kid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
They got scarred up.
Yeah, and his father screamed, "He's only 17."
So I'm hanging out with Paul Lee tonight for the premiere.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
How's he doing?
He's got a new gimmick. It's called Heyman's Hustle. It's for the UK Sun. It's kind of a TMZ type deal.
Uh huh.
So he's going to come out and film the premiere for Survivor.
Cool.
So, yep. All right. What was the name of the children's game that Eric Bischoff and Sonny Ono marketed on AWA television, which led to Uncle Eric's first job in professional wrestling?
The name of the game Eric Bischoff and Sonny Ono marketed in the AWA.
Yes. This is like the last of the AWA.
I guess so. Wrestle Fun. I have no idea.
Oh, I thought that was correct. Sam DeSteel.
I'll go with Wrestle-O-Rama.
If I heard a woo, I was gonna rap.
Ninja Star Wars.
Never heard of it.
And Eric Bischoff would later go on to do the Blood Runs Cold Glacier gimmick. He was always into that ninja thing.
Loves ninjas.
Loves ninjas.
Because he does karate himself.
Yeah,
True.
Well, there's money in ninjas. There
Sure.
really is. So who doesn't want a throwing star? I mean, honestly.
It works.
It works.
I think Wrestle-O-Rama was closer.
Lily?
No, she's not paying attention.
Right? This is no skirts allowed, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Who did Paul Heyman replace as the booker of Eastern Championship Wrestling, which later became Extreme Championship Wrestling under his direction?
I'll say Eddie Gilbert.
Woo!
Look at me!
Look at me!
We're looking at you.
Who wants
The
to?
expert of 202. I would have bet money you would have said
Wait.
Todd Gordon.
Was that enthusiasm? I couldn't tell.
Almost.
8 to
Hey,
1.
I'm louder, but I still have the same dull cadence.
8 to 1, Sam.
All right.
8 to 1. Come on, Watley. You know
have-
what? Today you should cry.
Do you have a 7-point question?
Yes, this one's for 7. All right. Which former WWE Spanish broadcaster was married to Wendy Richter?
Former WWE Spanish broadcaster. Pedro Morales.
Do you even have cable?
Yes, I have cable. I'm not getting wrestling questions. I'm getting board game questions. I'm getting who's marrying Spanish people questions.
Sam DeSteel.
I will say Hugo Savinovich.
The only other Spanish announcer.
9 to 1.
The only other one was Lillian Garcia.
Arriba!
You know what? I just like to say to all those bitches on Whackbag to think that they could take this kid on. I don't think it could be done.
Let me
He's
tell
the
you
best
something.
I've ever seen.
The message boards all said it. Sam is a kid who just sits around and watches WWE 24/7 and knows a bunch of post-Stone Cold stuff. My tape library invented WWE 24/7.
It's louder, but it's the same cadence.
Yeah, it's still one tone.
Listen to me, everyone.
Look.
I have some kind of energy.
I have a 9 to 1 lead. I am the expert.
Shit. Wow.
And this is his question, right?
Yep.
He can win here?
Sam gets this correct, he wins.
Yeah, baby. All right, we're do a little chicanery here.
What are you doing?
Miss it. This is. What names did Scott Hall and Dan Spivey use when they were teamed together as American Starship?
The Midnight Cowboy and Waylon Mercy.
Scott Hall and Spivey, American Starship. One was Eagle, and one was Wolf.
Now stop mixing up those questions and give me the question I deserve. We ain't gonna get them right anyway.
Starship Coyote and Starship Eagle.
Oh, Coyote and Eagle.
Ugh. Wolf's American Gladiators.
All right. All right, my question. I'm still alive.
Okay. What legendary boxer appeared in Mr. T's corner for his boxing match against Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 2?
Was that, George Foreman?
For the title.
I'll say Joe Louis.
Frazier. Was it Frazier?
Joe Frazier.
That's who it was.
And Lou Duva was in Piper's corner.
I was 2 years old, for the record.
Well, I thought you had tapes.
I do have a lot of tapes. I don't have time to sit around and watch WrestleMania 2 all day.
Okay, this is keeping them in order. We're not digging from the bottom on this one. Trying to help. Which female wrestling personality did Vince McMahon briefly hire to serve as a replacement for Roddy Piper as the host of a weekly interview segment? And what was the segment called?
Adrian Adonis's flower shop.
To steal.
All right, read it again, please.
Which female wrestling personality did Vince McMahon briefly hire to serve as a replacement for Roddy Piper as the host of a weekly interview segment, and what was the segment called?
I'm going to say the Fabulous Moolah and...
Go ahead and damn it.
The dollar sign.
Briefly hire? Moolah was the longest running champion of all time.
But to do an interview segment,
don't mock
Sam.
him out. He's retarded.
I am not retarded.
Missy Hyatt hosted one edition of Missy's Manor, which was hyped in a WWF magazine article. However, the segment went so poorly that Vince McMahon asked her to become a WWF Federette/ring girl, and she refused.
That's
more
trivia.
Missy Hyatt information than I needed.
All right.
Back to Fez.
Okay.
Which current main event wrestler left the ECW arena because he was offended by the crucifixion angle involving Raven and the Sandman?
All right. I am going to say... Repeat the question, please.
Okay.
He doesn't know any of these.
No. Which current main event wrestler left the ECW arena because he was offended by the crucifixion angle involving Raven and the Sandman?
Shawn Michaels.
I could beat you with this.
The correct answer is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle.
Woo!
For the win!
Woo! Well,
I told you I was the expert of 202.
At
You
least
barely beat me.
At least it was close. There he is with his belt.
I will wear this belt every day so we all remember who is the wrestling expert.
At least it's not a kid's belt. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And it's still too big.
Wow. It's a spinner belt, too.
You know what? Because of this, now you're off the podcast. That's the end of that.
Wow. The mighty have fallen.
Well, there goes the last of the pride.
That was unbelievable, Fez.
I am shocked.
Can I follow Fez Dust around with the belt?
Yeah, of course you can. Mock him out all day if you want.
So now I will have to dress as Fez Dust, Gold Dust parody.
You couldn't even keep it close enough to make it fun radio. It was just a blowout.
I have more questions that I didn't ask than I asked.
Bears Patriots was closer.
I knew his.
I knew yours and mine.
The worst thing was winning the toss.
Oh, what a mockery.
Jesus.
What a mockery. When's the last time you had a good day, Watley? And I'm being totally serious.
I think it's been a good 10, 12 years now.
Look at him. He's just carrying it around, enjoying himself. Hey,
So
Snoogans is
expensive.
coming in next.
Snoogans and his rapper, IQ, the prodigy.
Earl,
In the
why don't we throw on one of his songs? Do you know which one he wants to play first?
No, no one give me a list of the songs.
This thing is produced with elbows.
There's a list right next to him, Ron. I hate to break the news to him.
No way is the song.
Hey, Alex. Alex, you're on Run of Fez.
Ronnie B, congratulations for tying for second, buddy.
Yeah, he tied for second place by yelling stuff out. Peace. Oh, what an embarrassment.
I don't know what went wrong.
I'm shocked.
The questions were good.
Oh, I thought they were awful. They were about board games and who married who.
Let's keep you away from competing. Let's just put this. You now have just lost the Sam and Z-Man. This is where your life is.
Like I said, not a lot of dignity left.
No, there's none. It's all over.
I'm gonna cry for you now. This is I tried to rig it for you and everything.
Nothing could work. Nothing could help.
I don't understand that.
This is from IQ the Prodigy. This is hard work.
All right. Hey, it was great seeing you guys, man. Best
Thanks
of
a
luck
lot,
to
man.
you,
Thanks
too.
for the
We'll be keeping an
opportunity.
eye out for you. We're going to break here and come back and wrap it up. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202.
Oh, yeah, you know that music.
What's going on, Boston?
It's Bronx Johnny. When I was back in the office having a smoke, Bronx Johnny was holding court. Busting somebody's balls about losing 10-2 in wrestling.
That was sad, Fez. It was like watching a loved uncle just get the shit kicked out of him.
I am still in shock myself. I am stunned.
He brought up the term Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And then he also
Really?
said, he goes, when you leave, Fez is always in here with so much energy. He's so happy. He's talking about wrestling. You're already out of his life and he's enjoying himself.
I say what? But not like when you
I'm
leave.
going to bring up the word immigration.
So what happens when I leave? He just talks wrestling the whole time?
Yeah, and he because it's old school stories and stuff, so he loves it, and it's a good time.
What other old school stories is he telling?
Just the wrestling stuff. That's usually what I talk to him about, because anything else I'm not gonna understand.
Right.
But like I was gonna bet money on him too to win this.
I know.
was like,
I had him too. I'll tell you, you should have seen him in his prime. You were something, Fez.
Today was a fluke.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we'll see when you're running around next week with a shaved head and now dressed like this fucking 1990s transvestite.
Gold dust.
Johnny was wrong about the score. It was 10-1.
Was it?
You only have one?
10-1.
Are you sure?
Yes, 10-1.
He didn't get like a
10-1 was the final score.
Shit.
There was no
10-1.
Okay.
All right, Dave.
No, but it was
We got
10-1.
10-1 is awful.
10-1.
I think that's the times he used to work. 10-1. All right, Johnny.
All right. Today I got Stafado Berlin Part 2 from the first one I played last week. It's I gave it a rating of 1,000. I usually give it a 10, but this shit got 1,000. It's really crazy. It's got a latex ass eating, like a dude was man enough to sit on a chick's face, get his ass eaten like nothing. He does gay porn now, by the way, which didn't surprise me from that.
Surprised you, or how'd you say him when you were jacking some gay porn one night? Say, oh, I recognize this guy?
Nah, it was on the internet because the dude's internationally known. Like, he does potato chip commercials now, Rocco Siffredi. So he's into the, like, he went from transsexuals now to just banging straight dudes and shit. Well, not straight dudes, but you dig.
Yeah, I guess.
But, yeah, it was a good movie.
So are you reviewing gay porn tonight?
Nah, no. I didn't put that ass eating shit in there because the noise was just too fucking disturbing.
Thank you.
Our first clip is one of the chicks getting banged out pretty nice. That was a man cum shot.
That sounded like somebody was fucking Buffalo Bill. I'd eat my own ass.
Nah, the dude was getting blown, and for some reason I thought I had it on like pause, and it was still playing. That was actually him coming. I never like.
It's disgusting.
He's like, oh. Clip 2 is
What are you, some kind of freak fuck?
Oh, James Breslin.
What's the score at that? What's the score at that wrestling?
10-1.
We
Jesus
know
Christ.
what the score
No, but
was.
they have to know it. 10-1.
They know.
10-1.
Fucking Dennis Kucinich.
God damn. Clip 2 is another chick just getting gunned down randomly. This is a Katsume.
Yeah, that's what you like. The violence. That's what is keeps you, huh? That's what keeps you, huh? Now, baby, you cannot breathe. Let's see you nice like that. That's the kind of violence you like, yeah? Let's see you breathe with my dick inside your mouth, okay? Let's see how you would breathe. Keep her head, keep her head. Come here.
That's the dude doing the gay porn now, by the way.
It sounds like he's French. Is that the kind of violence you like?
Nah, but he was fucking her like a man, so you kind of could see him going into the gay angle there.
Yeah.
He was just like, suck
and
it.
he was fucking Kat Cora from Iron Chef?
No, it was just really weird. You guys got to check that
What's
flick out.
what's the woman's name?
That was Katsume.
Oh, Katsume, okay.
Yeah, she's Japanese.
All right, gotcha.
God bless her.
You like this violence, do you? Huh? No wonder Opie wants to get his hands on this bit. It's unbelievable. It's outrageous.
Clip 3 is it's pretty cool shit. This one is her just getting banged, just really railed out, and it gets the word of the day. I'll say it after the clip, though.
Can't wait.
I want more in my ass, in my pussy, in my butt. I want more.
All right, that sounds like we're listening to a murder.
Yeah, no, actually, the word of the day is Death Wish love scene. It was just that hardcore. It kind of looked like the forced penetration in Death Wish 1 and 2. I was actually going to do that for today, but I'm like, yo, that's too fucking violent, especially because it was a Spanish maid. I couldn't take it.
Sure.
Batch of the week is Katsume.
Katsume.
And it gets a rating of 1,000. It's a pretty cool flick. It's from Evil Angel. If you get the chance, The Fado Berlin Part 2.
All right, Johnny, last time we talked to you, you were going off to Atlantic City to marry your girl from Boston. Did you go get married?
Did not work out.
What?
Did
What
not
happened?
work out. The same night, because I had to go to Boston for business anyway. So when I got up there, we met. And on the bus ride, I was just thinking like how fucking much of a pussy I sounded like on the radio.
Yeah, you did.
So I was like, it might not work out too good. Plus, she's in Boston. The distance thing is too much of an issue to like get by.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I was on the bus. So like, I got no real fucking job. I got one now. Ain't have a job. Still live at home. No fucking drive. You can't offer a chick much of anything with that.
No, you're a complete loser. Now, so as you're taking your bus ride to Boston, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I'm not ready for this.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, yeah, yo, let's go shack up at my grandma's crib and shit.
Right, well, you said your grandmother loved her.
Yeah, she did. She was kind of disappointed in it. At one point, she was like, what are you, a faggot? I was like, there's no
Did you
need for
answer?
that.
Yeah, check out some of my porn. You'll know. Now, so did you say, I can't be with you, I love you, but the time is not right?
Yeah, I just broke it down and time wasn't right. And, yo, when I get balled up, I'll come get you.
Now, every space shuttle launching looks scary.
Oh, yeah.
It used to look just so thrilling, and now you're like, is this, happening? Ugh. All right, so you're not getting married at all?
No. We still talk on the internet, but it ain't the same.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Wow, went from all to just about nothing.
Yeah, you gotta kind of do mathematics in life sometimes and shit. Just weigh your options.
I understand.
It's more like dead weight for her.
Hey, you want to know some mathematics? You should have seen how bad my friend Fez lost today.
10-1.
Wow.
We understand the score.
No.
It's been stated.
10-1.
You didn't get 2 or 3 points?
10-1.
Wow.
1.
We
Against
understand.
Sam.
Yes, Sam.
This honestly is worse than what happened before doing Three's Company trivia. At least then you had the balls to leave.
10-2.
I got more than 2 on Three's Company.
And Sam is walking around everywhere with that goddamn thing.
With his toy belt.
Now you see why I want to make the trade for Sam and Than. Winners. They are winners.
Gonna be blowing gold dust and shit on the street. Are you gonna be blowing gold dust? You gotta get dust to blow.
Go dust.
Go dust, yes,
Yeah.
I'll be go dust.
GoDust.com. Super Bowl commercial.
With Cat Cool coming in. Well, we were supposed to do Guy Garrison today. We're supposed to do Lilly today. Earl had a complete meltdown on me, though.
Oh, yeah.
I want to bring Lilly in to apologize. Who sent us food, by the way?
Spoon sent us food.
Yeah.
Yeah, right from his catering place in Jersey. He also donated the wrestling belt.
Oh, thank you very much, Spoon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Spoon.
Yeah, come on in, Lily. You look so nice today, and I guess we're not going to... You want to do some of your trivia, or you don't have time for it?
Trivia? No, it's not trivia. It's gossip. Different bit.
10 to 1.
It's okay. I mean, you know, Brittany, you know.
You want to do...
Brittany.
Yeah, you want to do a little bit of it?
Sure.
All right, we'll
I'll do
try
the
to
top
fit it
stories.
in. Yeah, all right.
What's up with the beautiful people? When will the next celebrity meltdown happen? With all the latest news on the stars, it's This Week in Hollywood with Lilly.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick one today. So, Britney Spears was released from the UCLA psych ward on Wednesday, and it seems like she's up to her old tricks because she was back in her car driving around LA with a new bodyguard, but she kicked him out like an hour later, then had some paparazzi jump in her car and drive her to the Beverly Hills Hotel where she's been holding up in there. So, she's not better at all.
I wondered how she got behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah.
Leaving the mental hospital.
Did you see the footage, though, on TMZ? How literally within minutes, the paparazzi were just swarming her car. There was like 30 cars following her. It's insane.
The thing is that why let this girl go? She's obviously, there's something wrong with her. Her family wants her in there.
Mm-hmm. But the doctor said that she's not a harm to herself or anybody else, so they let her go.
Just by driving, she is.
Yeah, I know. She causes, like, complete traffic jams.
And you know what? That's not the only problem in the world is being a harm to yourself. She's crazy as a loon.
Mm-hmm. And she's a mother.
She needs help.
Yeah.
Help her. Instead of letting her go. Hi, everyone. It's William. Back out again.
Well, this is the second time. In and out. You know, twice in 1 year. It's just, like, not good.
A little bit of the old in and out. That's what they call it for Britney.
Kirsten Dunst has been admitted to a Utah rehab center this week on the same day that fellow actress Eva Mendes was checking out. So this is like the new trend. People checking in and out of rehab and psych wards.
Everybody's crazy and everybody's on drugs.
Yep.
We got one society that's fucked up. My own partner today, I think, is on drugs. He lost 10 to 2.
10 to 1.
What was it?
10 to 1.
We understand the score. It was bad.
Ron didn't. 10 to 1.
Did you think you were going to win, Fez?
I thought I was going to win, honestly. I thought I might struggle on some of the newer stuff, but I thought I would win.
What are you in here, bragging about wrestling when I leave? You're being all energetic? I hear all kinds of shit.
He does. And you should have seen the Ron show. How big it was. It was gigantic.
Is that supposed to be me?
No, I'm just saying. We all enjoy hearing the stories, though. His stories are a lot more better than Earl's.
Well, whose aren't?
You know what stories I'm going to tell you guys? Nothing. You know nothing about me.
He tells us.
And finally, this week marks the 1-year anniversary of America's sweetheart Anna Nicole Smith's death.
Oh,
yes.
America's
Moment of
Rose.
silence, maybe?
America's
No.
Rose.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah, she died a
How
year
we
ago.
miss her. How we miss her. Everybody remembers where they were when she died.
Yeah.
I was saying you could take 2 more pills, honey. Enjoy. Mix it with some liquor.
It's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah.
Well, at least her son is still running around, right?
No.
Was that a
Her
daughter?
son, yeah, her son
died
before she died, and then her daughter is like 1 year old or something.
And she was with Dodi Fayed that night. That was the big thing.
No.
Different America's Rose or English Rose.
Different roses.
Yeah.
Well, it's beautiful, though, when you think about it. A year, that's fast, Fuzzy.
That went really quick. And I know now the daughter has some sort of health issues.
Well, how could she not? I mean, her mother was like a meth addict.
Was she?
But we just remember the good
that
things
what-
about her.
Is that what killed her?
Breaking news. Fuck Heath Ledger.
A year later.
You know, that's why they let you speak at the funeral. Well, I remember her as a meth addict. All fucked up on crank. Tomorrow, Fezzy, we are going to run the big football game.
The message board game from last Sunday. We'll be picking it up in the second half. Anthony's part of that. Anthony and Melinda. You'll want to check this out tomorrow on the Ron and Fez show.
And then after the show today, we're having a serious meeting. Today is the day for a serious meeting. I just want us all just to look at ourselves and
shit.
go, why?
I hate these kinds.
You know what?
Show to end.
Yeah. You're going to wish you were Fez 10-2. We lost that contest.
10 to 1.
What was it?
10 to 1.
We know the score. Everyone knows it now.
Mr. B doesn't.
Wow.
10 to 1.
That's awful.
Really, really not good.
And that kid hasn't put that down yet. He has just carried it everywhere.
Oh, he thinks it's real.
And Mooch just asked for an autograph. Why would Mooch believe in this? It's frightening. Talk about holding court. Look at him out there. Everybody's so impressed with him for winning a contest against an old woman.
10-1.
Me.
Fez, you got anything else you need to plug?
IQ the Prodigy, if you want to check out his music, you can email him at iqtheprodigy@yahoo.com or his MySpace page, myspace.com/IQ the Prodigy. And Survivor Micronesia, Fans vs. Favorites with Johnny Fairplay. That premieres tonight on CBS. And this weekend, it will be Gallagher, Unmasked, on the XM Comedy Channel on Saturday, then right here on The Virus, Sunday, 2 o'clock.
Pick up Jimmy Breslin's new book, The Good Rat. Remember that he called Johnny Fairplay a freak fuck. Look at you freak fuck. He's a little old man that would get destroyed to fight, still starting shit. That's fucking New York. That is New York old school.
The best.
What have I done? Why the hell did I even come here? What happened, Earl? He's disappeared?
Yeah, Earl's just gone now. I have no idea where he walked away to during this last segment.
Nobody knows what happened to him?
No, this is where he pulls a Shoeless Joe routine and just disappears into the cornfield.
You're fucking on today. I hate to say it, 10-1.
10-1, no. Not at all.
10-1. You got off some jokes.
No, 10-1.
I have big boy jokes. You weren't eating shit or anything. Anything else you need to plug, Fez? Plug. Remember, you have to do plugs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do have to do a Z-Man plug.
Do we have time for that?
We got 2 minutes.
We got time. Hi, I'm Fez Whatley, and you're about to enter the Z-Man zone. Of course, I'm talking about Blog with the Z-Man at JRCigars.com, where the Z-Man tells it like it is, and not just about cigars. What's bothering Z-Man? What's not? Z-Man takes on stuff that everyone else is afraid to say out loud. Like foreigners working in convenience stores and gas stations who don't speak English. Z-Man can't stand them. Or check out Z-Man weighing in on the war between PETA and the Olsen twins. Plus, don't get the Z-Man started on how that Burger King mascot freaks him out. Where can you find all this? Only at JRCigars.com's blog with the Z-Man. It's cigars and more. Plus, check out the archives of all the Z-Man's blogs, where you'll find treasures like Z-Man's Dr. Seuss poem about Hillary Clinton. And trust me, Hillary, you're not gonna like it. It's Blog with the Z-Man on JRCigars.com. Enter the Z-Man zone at your own risk.
Homestar, what do you got for us?
That's the end of my show. Donk.